When someone insults you, your first instinct is to defend yourself. When a goal slips through your fingers, your instinct is to chase it harder. When a cool group rejects you, you want to prove your worth to them. But here's the brutal truth. The more attention you give to a problem, the stronger it becomes. By acknowledging an enemy, you make them your equal. By whining about what you can't have, you show the world exactly how much you lack. Today, we'll be breaking down law. 36 of the 48 laws of power. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. To stand strong is the foundation here. You aren't pretending to not care. You are so internally solid that you genuinely don't care. You don't let external misses define your internal worth. Why is standing strong the only way this works? Because fake indifference is easy to spot. Weakness is sour grapes. You know, the fable the fox can't reach the grapes, so he says they probably sour anyway. But he says it with a bitter face. Everyone knows he still wants them. Strength is superior disdain. You don't even bother to mention the grapes. You find a better orchard and move on. Standing strong means you recognize that your attention is the most valuable thing you own. If you give it to a petty rival, you've just paid him. If you ignore them, they stay poor. King Louis XIV, the Sun King, was the master of the royal ignore. If a noble did something to displease him, the king didn't scream or throw them in a dungeon. That would be acknowledging them. The move, he would simply say, "I do not know that man." The result, in a court where the king's favor was everything. Being unknown was a fate worse than death. The person would lose all social standing, all influence, and all powers simply because the king refused to look at them. He stood strong in his own reality, and if you weren't part of his plan, you didn't exist. He didn't waste energy on revenge. He used the void as his weapon. How do you apply Law 36 when everyone is trying to trigger you for engagement? You become online hate, responding with a 10-paragraph defense, silence, blocking, or simply not reading. The hater starves without your energy. Professional slight, complaining to coworkers about being passed over. Excellence, acting as if the promotion didn't matter while you build your own empire. A missed opportunity, dwelling on the what-ifs and looking desperate. Pivoting, immediately focusing on the next, bigger target. 1. Don't fix small problems. Sometimes, trying to fix a minor annoyance makes it a public disaster. If a mistake is small, ignore it. Let it die of neglect. 2. The mist technique. When someone tries to bait you into an argument, be misty, be vague, be polite, but don't engage. If they can't grab onto you, they can't pull you down. 3. Treat it as below you. Not out of arrogance, but out of priority. You have too much to build to spend time throwing rocks at every dog that barks. Standing strong is knowing that if you don't give a problem oxygen attention, it eventually burns out. There is a specific kind of peace that comes from disdain. When you decide that something is not worth your time, you reclaim all the mental energy you were using to worry about it. Standing strong is the realization that you are the judge of what matters. If a person, a job, or a thing doesn't align with your foundation, it is irrelevant. It's not bad, it's just invisible. You aren't suppressing your anger. You are simply too busy living a high-value life to have room for it. Stop feeding your enemies with your focus. If you can't have it, or it doesn't serve you disdain, it stands strong and look the other way. If the series is helping you clear the clutter from your path to power, hit that subscribe button. We are moving into the final 12 laws. Next time, we're looking at Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. I'll show you how to use visuals to blind your enemies so they never see your real moves coming. Would you like me to show you how to use symbols to command a room without saying a word? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.